Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another great week. Oh man, I just got to tell you guys that we've got some interesting stuff that is happening and stuff at this very moment. And I need a huge favor from you guys to make sure that my levels and everything good because I'm actually trying out a different laptop. I got a different laptop. I've been working on this thing all week. I haven't done an actual test run and stuff with it. But if you guys can let me know in the chat whether or not you can hear me great, if everything sounds good, do I actually look okay and stuff in it, or am I don't know. Just let me know if it looks like nothing has changed. If it looks like that, then we're good. We're ready to go. But if something needs to change, please let me know now before I get started and all that good stuff. I'm telling you, it's almost like once a week and stuff now. I always have these little tiny little issues. All right, DJ Romeo Great came in and told me that everything sounds good. It's all clear. Okay, let me know. If something different happens. YouTube is saying that there may be an error and stuff, but if you guys can see me and everything, I'm not going to worry about what YouTube is saying and stuff right now to me, because I think they always say stuff like this, which is quite aggravating. Let's see here. Okay, yeah, we're just gonna go with that. All right, so what's up, guys? What's going on, man? We are back for another week of Twisted Transitions. We got a good one and stuff for you today. We're just gonna talk about some upcoming stuff, and I've got a good bit of information to pass on to you guys, and then of course we always will do a Q&A session just to let you guys chime in and ask any questions, and see if I can answer them and stuff like that. So you guys go ahead and come in, you can comment and everything. I'll do a room check and stuff here in just a little bit. But I wanted to go ahead and just tell you guys that I am back from vacation. I took last week off, had a nice little vacation, nice little getaway. We as DJs need that. Sometimes we experience a little burnout. And I am back. I don't know if you can tell, my energy is different. I am more upbeat, and I'm ready to get back out there and do this thing we call DJing. Now, I can tell you that I have, one slight issue. I don't know what I did on my shoulder and stuff. I think I may have slept on it wrong in my Airbnb, but I don't know what I did to my shoulder, but my shoulder at the beginning of this week was on absolute fire. I mean, to do this right now is fantastic. I couldn't even do that on Monday, which is crazy. I've got a pretty decent sized wedding and stuff this weekend, and of course, I immediately thought about them when it came to my shoulder hurting. But my pain level is down to about a 3 and stuff now, so it looks like it's going to make it. It's going to be good. No problems. Hopefully, at least right now, there's no problems. So glad that is done. Glad to be back and stuff back in the state, because I went to North Carolina, and everything is great in North Carolina. It's actually cold, just like here. So you guys have been experiencing different types of weather all over the nation. I was paying attention just a little bit to weather, because I was like, I can't be the only one experiencing stuff like this. All right, so let's dive right in to what is coming up and stuff here. Since I didn't have anything last week, I just wanted to talk to you guys about a couple of topics and stuff like that. Let's go here. All right, so while I was away, I was able to book about 5 to 6 gigs. Apparently, it must be booking season. I've never really experienced that and stuff here. Usually, my Januaries and my Februaries are like bone dry. Like maybe I'll have one here and one there. Not this year. This year, January and February have at least 3 plus gigs in both of them, and everything kind of kicks off this coming up weekend. So, one of the things that I was asked about though was certain stuff that I've never done before, and I want to know if you guys experienced this in your area. let me see here. It is, if I can get this to do right. Yeah, it looks like it's doing right. Here we go. So one of the things is the after party. Now, I have lately, I didn't get any of these last year, but I had one coordinator ask me, and I thought it was kind of weird. I had one coordinator ask me whether or not I would DJ an after party, and I thought about it, and I was like, that's kind of weird. Like I've never really DJ'd an after party. Usually I'm the party, and we go longer, things like that. But apparently this is becoming like a trend and stuff in certain areas, and maybe it's starting to trickle down to our area and stuff down here in South Cac. So it looks like what's happening is, all you guys know this if you do weddings. Whenever you DJ a wedding, like pretty much about 10, 11 o'clock, everything shuts down, and most of the guests and everything leave and say, hey, we're going right down the street. The after party's right here, blah, 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 blah. Well, now they are either booking another room in the venue that you're in or booking another venue and want you to kind of continue playing, which I've never really been asked to do so, which is different. I've also just recently been asked by a couple of brides whether or not I can just do the after party, like they already have like a band or something like that, and bands are hugely popular and stuff here now. So they already have a band, and they want me to do the after party to set up another building and stuff like that. So I had to put together in my head what would be, feasible and stuff to be able to charge them and the time frames, because I think they only need like maybe a couple of hours. It's not something that's like a whole event type deal. I think they just want 1 or 2 more hours to keep partying, and then they'll go ahead and call it a night. Because for the most part, weddings are over about 10:30, 11 o'clock. They need 30 minutes to get over there. 2 hours from that, you're looking at 1 o'clock, 1:30, somewhere around that. Sometimes two, depending on where you're at, your location, and so it's not super super long and stuff like that. But it's weird to be asked that stuff, because I haven't done it, but I think the pricing and everything for it, I I don't really don't know how to price it. I don't know. I came up with a couple of figures in my head, and I thought about it. Would I have to pay somebody for it? Would I have to have somebody set it up if I was already DJing? I thought about things like that, and it really just comes down to what their needs are versus what you're doing. I think that if you have done the wedding and they're asking you to do the after party in another room and you have to have a whole nother setup, I just think that you should be able to charge them, what you would charge for like maybe like a 2 hour event or something like that. Like I don't know. I think the couple of figures that came in my head was like $500, $250 an hour, or if it's something that has to be even more, because I mean you're just taking your system, just your basic system, or having another system over there. If you've got an assistant, I think you should do $750, and because of that time, you give your assistant an additional $100 and stuff out of that. I just think that would be right around the lines that I would be looking at. I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you think that what you should charge and stuff in there? What is worth to you? Would you turn it down? I mean, would you, if somebody just asked you just to do that, would you turn it down? I don't know. I don't know what to think and stuff about that, but I did get some interesting calls and stuff while I was on vacation. I had to handle those, accordingly, and it's just some of these events and stuff that I got a call for. Like I got a corporate call, and like I said, some of the weirdest things that they asked for. So like this corporate event wants me to. They're going to do like an award ceremony. They haven't been in the same room collectively together since 2019, so this is the first time they've done that, and they're doing like like this big theme down at one of the at the convention center, and they want They're going to have a band. Let me make sure she said it right. She told me that they want kind of like walk in, we're just here type music, and just kind of meet and greet music. Then they're going to do awards, um, and then they're going to have a band play for a little bit, and it almost sounds like I'm the after party, even though I'm already there and set up. It almost feels like I'm the after party. But this room that I'm talking about is absolutely huge. The ceilings are, I mean, they've got to be 20 feet, 25 feet tall. I mean, it's tall. It's a big, big room. So they're going to have a band on one side doing their thing, and then I'm on the other side, and I won't start for a certain time. And it's just like pretty much for the stragglers, the people who actually want to dance and will be able to dance in front of their boss. And we all know how that goes per those Christmas parties and stuff that we come to. So it's always an interesting time. But I mean, I booked it, so we'll see that in February. Um, and I've got, I think I booked three additional weddings and stuff this year, mostly in the fall because a lot of my spring and stuff is already gone. Now, I'll tell you guys that what saved me, because I wasn't home and to talk to these guys, and I didn't have my computer, or I didn't have anything. I just had my phone. I know I stressed to death about Honeybook, and I tell you and stuff on videos and stuff about Honeybook. Honeybook actually saved a lot of time and headache, and we had some back and forth with some of the couples and stuff like that, but everything was through Honeybook. I could do everything. I could send off monograms. I could show pictures of different services if they ask for it. I can send out brochures. I can do all the billing stuff. I could do everything, and Honeybook just pretty much saved me. So I know some people kind of crap on Honeybook. Some people kind of say Honeybook is just a cash grab and stuff like that. I don't see it that way. Honeybook has been an absolute lifesaver to me. It organizes all my stuff, and all I had to do was sit there and put everything. You just have to take time, and if you're great at computers, you'll get this done fast. If you're not great, it took me a week and a half to get it to how I want it to, and I'm still tweaking stuff here and there through that, and it has just been a godsend. I love the interaction and stuff you can have on there, and I know for a fact, there is no way that none of this takes place without Honeybook. Now, I know some people use like Event Planner and use some of these other sources, and they may be great. Whatever works for you is fantastic. But if you want to know exactly what I use Honeybook 100%. Honeybook and Vibo, those two apps, just those two alone, save a lot of time, headache, and stress. Vibo will allow for your events to be able to put all the music and everything in. All you need to do is like capture a picture and stuff from them, and usually I just ask them for like a Facebook picture or something like that, and I set it up. You can set it up right on your phone, and you can send the link over to them right away. Everything is just done with the phone. It just makes total sense, and it's easy as pie once you set it up one time. Can't stress it enough. I've always have links at the bottom of my video for anybody who wants to check out Honeybook. They have trial services and stuff down below if you want to see it. You use the link, you'll be able to get half off and stuff for the year. I always give whenever they give to me, so always that. And just I just wanted to give you guys just a tidbit, because the inquiries and stuff that I got in January have never happened. I'm still trying to book people. Like, I had to send a couple of emails before I got on, just to make sure that we were still on the same page for the bride and groom, because they're reaching out, guys. I don't know what took place this past December, but people are definitely ready to tie this knot this year, and they're getting done, ASAP. Now, another thing that I want to get better at is my Zoom calls. I had a Zoom call and stuff this past Monday, and I'm still trying to figure out if Zoom is something that I should invest in, as far as seeing if I need to add more time to it. Now, so when you get Zoom, the free version of Zoom is like, I think it's 40 minutes. And after that 40 minutes, it either kicks you out, or you can upgrade and get more time. Now, I just feel like I can do most meetings, within 30 minutes. It's pretty quick. It just depends on how much they filled out. It depends on, how, if they're long winded when they talk. And I just feel like I can get the majority of that stuff done. So like during my Zoom calls, and stuff, this past one on this Monday, it actually timed out. We had to talk about a little bit more than normal, and I wanted to know, do you guys think it's unprofessional that that it times out and then I come back and tell you hit the link and stuff again, and we'll start a new 40 minutes? Like, does that seem like that's not professional? That's the question that I had about Zoom. I mean, Zoom calls. I was just saying the other day that Zoom calls have just really taken over my meeting process. It is so much easier than meeting a couple out somewhere and stuff like that. I only use Zoom after you've booked me. I have used it a couple of times for people to kind of get a feel for me, but I feel like all the videos and content and stuff that I have, there's no way you can't get a feel for me. But let me know in the chat if you guys think that it is unprofessional for a Zoom timer without, the one that's free. After 40 minutes, if it cuts off and then you turn and then you just tell them to hit the link and stuff again and we can go back in, is that unprofessional? Let me know in the chat. Oh, man. Woo. Okay, so last but not least, for stuff that I am going to talk about here, um, is going to be what I have upcoming. So, next thing in line, the next things that are in line and stuff for me are going to be the wedding this weekend. I have a company party next Friday, and then I have another company party next Saturday. Ultimate Entertainment, Google Meet. I've never done that before. How long does it give you to do the meeting? Just wanted to shout that out real quick to see. DJ Lord Geo, what's up? DJ Solstice, what's up? Joyful Sound Entertainment and DJ Romeo, great. Appreciate you guys stopping through. DJ Lord Geo, oh, appreciate that, man. Let me highlight that for you. I don't know if you guys can see it. Let me highlight that for you. Man, you think that's great, bro? You just wait. You just wait. I was just telling my brother, he was here probably about 30 minutes ago. He asked, have I had an opportunity to put, the new mixing style and stuff I want to do with mixing to use and stuff yet. And I told him that I haven't had a chance to, only because my last gig that I had, it was too much like back and forth between me and the people and stuff out there. The requests were too much, so I couldn't really have freedom. But this one that's coming up this Saturday, it is going to be probably one of my best mixes that I'm going to do. I'm gonna really hone in on this one. Plus, I got a little added incentive to hone in on it, as my man Magic Mike will be with me. Not Channing Tatum Magic Mike. I'm talking about DJ Magic Mike. He will be with me at this function this Saturday. And we decided, we did a Zoom call as well, and we decided that we're just going to check out each other's events and stuff, and then we're going to do some collaborations and stuff this year. I've got some good stuff for him, but yeah, I appreciate that, bro. Let me see here. All right, there we go. Take that down. It's Google's FaceTime. You both have to have the app on your device, and there's no limit. Oh, I guess I could have done something like that. Um, since Lord Geo brought it up and stuff here, I don't know if you guys saw it, but the gig logs are back. I did bring a brand new gig log and stuff out. Of course, it was from last year, so because I haven't done anything this year. But with this laptop that I'm using to do this show and stuff today, the editing time has been cut down and stuff a lot. I did that one on a new laptop, so it's still a little bit of a learning curve trying to figure out what I want to do and stuff with it, but it's very creative. It definitely gives me more opportunity to be able to do a couple of new things with it. I did some new things in the video, but if you haven't seen the video, you just check it out on the channel. I dropped it yesterday. So it is a pretty good one. I put a lot of music and stuff in that one. I wanted to just highlight a lot of music. Um, I was not able to really trim down the beginnings and stuff like that. But from what I've heard from you guys and stuff on here, you don't want me to trim down the beginnings and the end. You want it all. You want me to talk in the beginning, you want the music in the middle, and you want me to talk about stuff at the end. So I'm just going to keep the same format and stuff for now. I may switch it up 1 to 2 videos and stuff here and just go in, but I didn't leave you with the cliffhanger like I did on the last video. Because the last video I did for 2022, I just said, let's just move on. I mean, there was nothing really to say. That was it. But yeah, if you haven't had a chance to check it out, new gig log is out. I'm going to be, I don't have a real set timetable and stuff for these guys. I'm just going to be putting them out like probably on Sunday while I'm watching football. I'm probably going to be editing another one, and I mean, don't hold me to it. I may drop another one on Monday, maybe even Tuesday, just depending on when I get it all done. I think what happens is some of you guys don't realize how much time and effort goes into making one of these. I don't take this and send it off to somebody and they send it back to me. I actually have to sit there and go through all the footage, edit, chop, cut, do this, that, and the other. So when you skip over stuff, you're skipping over just all effort and time and hard work and stuff that goes into these. So it takes a lot. I mean, even when you're finished with the video, you're not really finished, because everything that YouTube wants you to do to put the video out for them not to promote it, it baffles me. They want a thumbnail, they want a description, they want keywords, they want end screens, they want locations, they want. I mean, it's just a lot. They require a lot just to put one video and stuff out. So that's why sometimes it's not even worth the hassle. Sometimes I'm just like, no, I'm good. I'll just sit on it. But I'm going to go through some footage and stuff, hopefully this coming up weekend. And I'm going to be able to take out the new camera and stuff that I was telling you guys about, the Logi or Logitech, something, or whatever it is. And I'm going to be putting that, I think it's going to be behind me. And I'm going to see if Mike can help me run the one that's going to be in the back of the room and stuff. We are using uplights and stuff this weekend, moving heads, photo booth. I mean, we've got a good bit of stuff that we're going to bring out. We're doing ceremony and stuff too, so it's one of the worst load-ins, but one of the most rewarding setups as far as places go, and you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. So let me look at the chat. DJ Romeo create the chapters. Does the chapters really help like that? I mean, this is the first time that I actually use chapters. Does it help? What does it do? I mean, I labeled them. I just figured a couple of spots that maybe you want to jump to. I mean, how does it help you guys when I put the chapters on there? DJ Lord Geo, how much time do YouTube give? Wait a minute, giving. I don't understand the question. How much time do YouTube giving you for the copyright? I don't understand the question. Say that again, Lord Geo, so I can understand it. It's a little jumbled. The light show was nice. I'm torn between Sound Switch and the Wolf Mix. Can't find any videos on the Wolf Mix automation. Is that a dig to me, Ultimate Entertainment? Is that a dig? Are you saying that because you want me to hurry up and make that video? I mean, that video it just takes so much time. And every time that I do something at a function, I have to add a clip from it, and I have to talk about it. Like, it's so much. And then if you mess up on stuff on videos like that, remember those videos are out there. And a video like that would probably take off because, I mean, of course, me and you are not the only ones that want to know how to simplify the wolf mix. But I'm going to take my time and put in the effort and make sure that that's a great video, because that one's going to be out there for a while, and I'm going to be sending people to that video. So I need to make sure that it is all great. It's going to be a lot of cuts and stuff in it. I'm going to have to chop that thing up, you know. All right, Lord Gio, how much time is it before they give you for the silence? For they silence your I don't know. There's not a specific time. To be totally honest with you, there's not a specific time. They could do it off of 2 seconds. They can do it as soon as they hear something. One of the ways that I edit these videos is I always try to edit when I'm mixing into another song, because it's harder for it to catch it doing that. Like when I just did this last video, I mean, I had all those video clips and I had one copyright strike. At one time where they caught it, and they told me that, I'm going to have to, edit it out. So I had to go back and chop that one out. And when I ran it back through, it was all good. So, you got to be creative. That's why I said it's so much time that goes into these videos. When you got to skip over and stuff like that, you have no idea what you're skipping over and stuff. I mean, to me, I just kind of sit back and just watch people's videos, because I don't ever like fast forward, because I know what it takes to edit those things. I never fast forward when I'm looking on stuff like that. I don't use chapters and stuff like that. The only time that I rewind and fast forward on a YouTube video is if I've seen the video and stuff before, and I'm just looking for a specific spot. So, yeah, other than that, I mean, everybody's YouTube video who I look at the whole thing. The whole thing. I go through all the ads and all that stuff. I watch the whole thing. I'm redoing my music, then I'm start doing videos. Okay. Let me just tell you, when you're doing music and when you're doing videos and you're talking, one thing I had to learn early is that you may love music, but that system doesn't love you. So do yourself a favor and sign up for a thing called Epidemic Sounds. You want to sign up for them because all of their music is non-copyrighted music, and you can put that music on your video and not get it to have a strike, if you're going to be talking and things like that. So Epidemic Sounds, use them to the best of your ability, because you are not going to want to get a copyright strike and have to go back and edit and go back and edit. It is a nightmare. So do yourself a favor and do that. DJ Romeo Great helps you jump backwards or forward. Oh, okay. Okay. Now, DJ Romeo Great, tell me, when you watch one of my videos, do you watch the entire thing, or you kind of know what my routine is? You go to a certain point, watch it from that point. Like, tell me what's the most interesting parts, or how you watch, DJ's videos and stuff like that. DJ Lord Geo, do you like the new BPM Supreme layout? Yeah, I actually do. I think it's a little bit like Heavy Hits. Heavy Hits. Now, Heavy Hits is not as thorough as BPM Supreme is, but the way that you search and find music and stuff like that, and be able to give you different options and things like that. Now, the one thing I don't like about BPM's, it's not really the setup. It's as far as the search. It's like you got to get whatever you're searching for right on the dot. One thing I would like for them to do is to allow for some keywords or something like that, or give a suggestion on what we could be talking about, just in case we don't know the exact way that somebody comes up. So I give you a for instance. So if you're looking up Bad Bunny and you type in the word bad, it won't bring up Bad Bunny. If you're looking for Cypress Hill and all you put in is like C Hill or or Cypress and you put an I instead of a Y, or you put an S instead of a C, or an SC for Cypress, then it's not going to give you any type of suggestion. It just says it's not found. So there's no in between. Some of these things, like if you go to Google and type that in and type something in wrong, it gives you that "do you mean," and it puts a suggestion that they think that you're looking for. I think that BPM should incorporate something similar to that, or while you're typing, give you everything they have on the letters and stuff that you're typing, because they give you, I think, some different songs, but it never is the song that I'm looking for, which is weird. If I'm just giving you, for instance, if I'm typing in Madonna and I type in MADO and it gets to that point, it still doesn't bring up Madonna. It's like, I'm all the way to N, still not bringing up the Madonna. You know what I'm saying? So it's weird like that. It kind of confuses me a little bit, but all right, let's see. I guess we're in the the Q&A part of the evening. So I'll just go ahead and I'll put this away here, and let's Q&A this thing. So let's see what else you got. Remember, if you got a question, just ask it. If I can answer it, I'll try to do my best to answer it here. So appreciate you guys stopping out and stuff tonight here. So let's jump into it. DJ Lord Geo, when I watch, hold on, let me move this over here and put the questions so y'all can see which one I'm answering. All right. When I watch, I love the setup description part. I love learning about the new equipment I could potentially get. Okay, that's what's up. So you listen to the beginning, you listen to the music that I edit in the middle, and then do you listen to the end? Just curious. Do you listen to the end? DJ Romeo, great. The entire thing. Now, you're not just saying that, bro. Like, you're not going to hurt my feelings if you don't. Let me tell you what my average watch time for videos and stuff are. So, I just made, what was the length of this video? I think it was 20. Let me see. Hold on a second. This last video was 25 minutes. It dominated. It was dominated by music, though. Like, a lot of the time was spent on music. So it's 25 minutes long. If you guys had to guess how long the average person watched that video, if you just had to take a guess in the chat. I'll give a 1 or 2 guess, and then I'm going to tell you what my what all my stuff says that happened. Have you ever worked on CDJ 2000 or 3000? I have not. I have not. I would love to work on a CDJ, which is the separate jog wheel from the mixer and stuff like that. I would love to work on that. I feel like they would probably get about the same performance, if I'm not mistaken. It would. It's just got more buttons, more whistles, things like that. So I just think that it would give me a new element to try. It would give something different to use. But no, I haven't. Oh, here we go. The stuff's coming in. All right, so DJ Electric Rain says 10 minutes. That's a good guess. DJ Lord Geo, I listen to the end when you say things like tough crowd or if there's hiccups during the gig. Oh, okay. And Lord Geo says 7 minutes. Okay, so my average watch time, let me look at it right now. I want to pull it up so I can give you right now stats. 8 minutes and 20 seconds. So of a 25-minute video, 8 minutes and 20 seconds is what's watched. All that hard work for 8 minutes and 20 seconds. I'm telling you guys, you get into this YouTube thing, man, and sometimes you just kind of scratch your head like, is this really worth it? Like, is this what it's come down to? 8 minutes and 20 seconds. Jeez. I mean, I wish I could get like at least 15 minutes. 15 minutes is like, it kind of gives you a little bit of, you want to stand up a little bit. You want to poke your chest out a little bit. But yeah, I'm trying to tell you, it's interesting. All right, DJ Romeo, great. Not just saying. I know. I'm just playing with you. Ultimate Entertainment. Did you catch Nick Spinelli Twitch the other day? His Rev 7 left platter was going crazy, waiting for his update to see what's going on. No, I didn't. And usually I try to catch Nick when he's doing his Twitch thing, man, because I mean, Nick's a whole vibe and stuff on that when he does that. He's smoking, he's drinking, he's laughing, and that laugh, it's kind of contagious because it makes you laugh when he laughs like that. But no, I haven't. I didn't see what happened to his platter, but that's just another great reason as to why I don't like to use motorized platters if they are something small. And I've been hinting and stuff on social media about the Rev 7 and stuff like that. I still have yet to actually play with it. I still don't know what it actually feels like. I would love to just get my hands on one and just give me like 1 or 2 hours with it and just let me see. Let me see what I can do with it, if it feels great and stuff or not. Because right now, I mean, my Rain MK2s and stuff in there, and my DDJ 1000, man, they just, I don't, there's nothing else I need. There's nothing else I need. I'm good there. All right, more questions. Let me know in the chat. Some more questions. Ask your questions and stuff here while you got a chance to do so. We got plenty of time tonight. All right, let me move this over. I'm glad this is holding up. I mean, I wish I could show you guys, but YouTube has a big yellow line on my status and stuff over here that says that my resolution is off. So I'm glad everything is coming in the way that it's coming in. Oh, let me move this down. There we go. Okay, now I can see. Put this over here. That way it's out of the way. Cool. Okay, let's see what else we got. All right, Mike. I don't know how to say your last. I'm thinking that's Luan. I'm assuming. He says to Ultimate Entertainment, I saw the stream and the Rev 7 going crazy. Mine did the exact same thing. What I did was use an air compressor under the jogs and wipe the slip mask with microfiber. See, already issues. This doesn't sound good to me and stuff, guys. I don't like when there's issues with products that had not even a year old. I don't like that. I'm looking for a new controller and speaking now. Careful when you're looking for those, Lord Geo. Be selective. If this is your second set, be selective. Be selective. Look for quality and pay for quality. That's one thing that I would probably say if I had to give some advice to us DJs when we're paying for stuff this year. Pay for the quality. Okay, don't pay because somebody else got it. Pay for something that is going to last you and kind of be bulletproof for like the next year or two, because you don't need to be like changing and stuff so constantly. Like, I'm gonna have to get a new facade and stuff coming up. And a lot of you guys on the comments on the video said that you love that setup. It's so much cleaner than the event table. And that may be so. The event table, I'm trying to move away from the event table. I think I'm kind of done. It's run its course. It still is an easy setup. It's so easy to set that thing up, but I think it's run its course, so I think I'm ready for a change. But I'm going for quality and stuff. And if quality costs me, then so be it. I'm going to pay for quality and stuff this year. That's my main thing. So definitely take your time. Figure out what works best for you. Don't go by what everybody else has. I mean, we can make suggestions on stuff on here all the time. But if it doesn't fit your budget or it doesn't fit you as a person, don't buy it. Don't buy it. Buy something that you're going to use. Buy something that is relevant to you. Buy something that's going to last you some years. You know, because it doesn't matter. You know, if somebody has a Focus Spot Pro, you know, that's a 2015 or 10 light. You know, that's almost a 12-year-old light. If it still works, use it. Who cares? That means it's quality. It's quality. Because some of this new stuff, I mean, they're slacking. They're slacking. The companies and stuff who are making this stuff, I don't know if they just don't have enough workers or if they just put. It's too many things that are being shipped out and I'm receiving that don't work initially, and I have to send it back, especially over the holidays. I mean, not just in DJ equipment, just in general. It's too much stuff I'm sending back because the quality is kind of piss poor. So I don't like that. Joyful Sound Entertainment. Saw your last gig log earlier. Great light show with the Wolf Mix. Appreciate it, man. I'm getting better with that thing. I'm going to add um, some different variations of shows and stuff with it, and I'm going to name some different stuff, man. It's just, it's still a learning curve. You know, I'm still learning. I've had that thing for almost a year now, and I'm just learning a couple of features and stuff on it. So this is why I say it's hard for me to put out the Wolf Mix video and stuff because I feel like I'm just scratching the surface on this thing. I really do. I really feel like there's so much more to learn from it. So yeah, I'm still it's still a learning process for me. But I appreciate that. I was able to figure out a lot of that stuff and how to maneuver lights, have lights doing certain stuff. So I appreciate that. I put a lot of effort into that light show that you saw on the last gig log. All right, Lord Geo, ever thought of getting a Nimbus for walking on a cloud? So I thought about it, but here in South Kakalaki, well, just Columbia, there's not a whole lot of demand for it. I don't have a whole lot, but DJ Mike, who is going to be working with me, we discussed that on our Zoom call, and he has a guy. Actually, I think he has the Nimbus, and he has somebody who can run it. So I'm going to offer it this year, 2023. I am going to offer Dancing on the Cloud, but and we're going to see what type of response and stuff I get and stuff from it, um, because it would be really only me who offers that. I haven't seen any other couples get that service. I'm not sure why. It's not as popular here. Like Cold Sparks really elevated and stuff last year, and I'm sure that more brides are going to have Cold Sparks this year. And it takes something like that to elevate something like like a Dancing on the Cloud here in this place. So you got a couple of brides are going to have to see it, say, "Oh, that was unique," and then they'll want to have it for their event. So we'll see. King Campbell, I noticed in your last gig log wait a minute, you had listed a Shure mixer. How is this used in conjunction with your other mixers? Okay, so the Shure mixer is only connected to the my Shure QLXD microphone. It's not connected to anything else. It just runs. It's just a mixer just for the microphone. So it once I connect the QLXD into the mixer, I then run a line out to my DDJ 1000 SRT, and that now becomes the mic line. So all I have to do is leave the mic line on a certain level, and then I can adjust the volume and everything from down at the bottom. Now I can adjust the bass and treble on my mixing board, but the volume will all come from the mixer that's up underneath, and it sounds 10 times better because when I first got the QLXD4, I hooked it directly into my board, and it didn't sound great. I was like, wait a minute, I just paid a great deal of money to try to get a great microphone, and it sounds like this. Like my last microphone sounded way better. And then I found out that it needed to have its own mixer. So that's why I got that particular one. And then it fits great right under the SRT, right in one of those cases. So it was perfect. The way it was set up and stuff like that. They gave the antennas and stuff that connect on the back. I just had to drill a couple of holes into my box and set that all up. But they give you the cords and stuff from the QLXD for. They give you 2 cords to be able to run from there all the way to the back of the box, and then I just hook the antennas on the outside, and bada bing, bada boom, we're in. So yeah, it works great. It sounds great. I love it. I love that mic. I only get interference from that mic when people take the mic, and if it's up like this and you're talking, it's all great. For some reason, here in South Carolina, people are scared to put the mic up here. If I talk like this, you guys can hear me great. If I back up, you can't hear it. And some people like to do their speech from back here. And so I just tell people, put it up closer. But I get feedback whenever they turn the mic, like upside down in front of the speaker. That's the only time I get any type of feedback. So it's a pretty good mic. DJ Lord Geo, yeah, I'm going to cancel. Wait a minute, no, to Canal Sounds. They let you test equipment out before buying. Yeah, they're great guys. They always hit me up and stuff on Messenger, and they're like, when you go get some stuff from us, I'm like, when you're closer, I may have to stop in there when I go up north and stuff at one time, just so I can just say hi to the guys and stuff in there, like Jeff and all them. But they are great. They are great guys. I just wish I lived closer. That way I know they would let me get in there and test whatever I wanted to. So it would be fantastic, but I just got to live closer. Let's see. Ultimate Entertainment. I guess I'm fixing the DDJ 1000. Yeah. Yeah. What's good lights to start out with looking to add them to my setup? I have a gig bar now. Okay, you just said my trigger word. The gig bars, here, those are my trigger words. I don't like gig bars. I think the gig bars are the lazy DJ's way of doing, doing things. Why do we have to have this all-in-one thing, and it just... I could see, you know what the gig bar reminds me of? It reminds me of lighting for a kid's party. That's what it does. That's what it does. It reminds me that if you want to, play, put some lights out and stuff for kids, it's fantastic. Get out there, throw a couple of lights, bada bing, bada boom, turn it off, you're out of there, put it in a bag and go. That's what the gig bar reminds me of. If you want to have intelligent lighting, your light show can actually razzle dazzle somebody. Your light show can book you another gig. Your light show will separate you from, the $500 DJ that says, I'll just do it, or the Uncle Sam who can do it for, not Uncle Sam because he takes money, Uncle Rob and stuff that says he can do it for $200 because he used to be a DJ back in the day. Your lights separate you. Your music separates you. There's so many different things that separate you. So Lord Geo, when you're looking for lights and stuff, first of all, congratulations on getting rid of the gig bar. That's the first step. The second step is you want to look for something that kind of takes care of more than one thing. So I say that when I say stuff like you should look at the Wash FX lights. Reason being is because when you wash a dance floor, it covers all your needs for that. Now, one thing I'll tell you, that when you do wash, make sure you don't point them down at the client. Make sure you're trying to point right over their head. So the light should shine right over the top here. Okay. But yeah, you want to light up your area with whatever you need to, but it needs to be, something that kind of works together. Light up your area so you look like, you're the important part of the area. Not too much, but just, subtle lighting. And then you want to light the dance floor and dance floor only. You do not need to light the entire room. You do not need to put dots in the entire room. You do not need a derby. Anything that says derby. You don't need anything like that doing that. You just need lighting that occasionally crosses over a crowd. That's what the moving heads do. Occasionally cross over a crowd. Or you need wash areas and stuff of the room. I think that just makes more sense. So I would look into wash lighting, and then I would look into moving heads, and then let uplights. Uplights is a big part of more of the setups and stuff that I'm looking at. So you want to use uplighting to do the decor, moving heads to kind of occasionally hit the crowd and stuff, and then wash for smaller for well, if they don't get uplighting, then you can just do washes and you can just point them up right over their heads. That's what my suggestion is. All right, Ultimate Entertainment. Have you used the SLXD1 body pack for sure? If not, they will blow your mind. I will keep that in consideration because I have not. I will definitely keep that in consideration. I have the Nimbus. You really need to give. You really need two to give the best effects. Also, use pellets of dry ice works better. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna let Mike know that because he has that. I'm pretty sure he knows the ins and outs and stuff of that. But that's great to know, to be able to have under your belt and stuff like that. Because I've never used it. I wouldn't know how to use it if it was right in front of me. I would have to do, some tests to make sure I was doing it right. So kudos to you guys who have been using those Nimbus. I mean, those things look great. They make a great photo and stuff like that, but I swear that thing is regional. I swear it is. I don't have any of those clients who even want that. Big Trav, what's up, man? How you doing? Appreciate you coming through, bro. Joyful Sound, not just in South Carolina. I believe it's everywhere. People don't like to put the mic close to their mouths. And I don't get that. And I also put the little stocking thing over there so, catches everybody's spit. I don't want to put, all that stuff. Try to catch all that stuff. But yeah, it's cringy to me. Like, who talks like this? Come on. Who talks like this? Come on. It's simple. You know what? Joyful Sound, let me put this out there before I keep going on these things on here. One thing that I noticed that I don't know if you do, I don't know if anybody in the chat and stuff does, but I'm just going to give you a tidbit that I learned. A videographer told me one time, he said, he said, do you have a mic stand? And I said, no, I mean, I do, but I didn't bring it with me. He said, get yourself, make sure you bring a mic stand and make everybody who has to give a speech talk at the mic stand. And I said, well, why? He said, well, if you think about it, for some reason, people who have to talk on a mic stand usually tend to get closer when the microphone is in the air and they don't have to hold it. And I thought about that, and I used it a couple of times, and I looked at the person, and sure enough, every single time that there's a mic stand out there, people, like, it's almost like they lean in like this. They'll lean in and talk like that. But if they have it handheld in their hand, they hold it down here. It's the weirdest thing. It's just probably just a subconscious thing, but it's a weird thing. It's crazy. Romeo Great, will you add a club to your gigs? No. The reason being, they don't pay enough, and they want a lot of your time, and they don't pay enough. They're closing so many things and stuff downtown and throwing up different stuff. I think they want a certain appeal and stuff around here, but clubs don't pay enough, man. It's like, when you go from when you go from being a wedding DJ to a club DJ, and you look at the money and stuff that they offer, I mean, you gotta just really love to give up your time and play music. Like you first of all, you can't have a family and stuff because you'll be gone. I mean, your Saturday evening is completely gone, and you're not able to really do anything else. So, and they want your Friday night, they want your Saturday night, they want you to headline sometimes, they want you to, they just want a lot, and they pay very little. I love music, I love playing music, but you know what? This is crazy, and, well, it's not really crazy, but it's interesting what I'm about to say. I would rather put a mix out on Mixcloud for free, let you guys hear it for free, or I'd rather get on Twitch and DJ for free and let you guys hear it for free than go play in a club. Wrap your head around that. I mean, it's 2 hours. It's on my time. It's music I want to play. I don't have to cater to anybody right there. I mean, people will be in the chats and stuff like that. But one of them, I mean, people just go back and just re-listen. I'd rather do it that way than do it in the club way. I think the club way is a dying thing, and I think there's a lot of DJs who just going straight to Twitch. I mean, why go in a club try to make $250 when you can go on Twitch, and if you do it consistently enough, man, you could make a career. You could literally make a career. So no to answer your question on that, Romeo. All right, Big Trav, I agree. Gig bar is a backup light, right? See, I'm just not a fan. All right, I have a problem with sound levels on my Shure Wireless and my Shure SM58. Shure Wireless is louder than the SM58 FET head adapter, but it takes phantom power. Any ideas? Not off the top of my head. I'd have to look at that scenario and see what the issue and stuff is, because I haven't dealt with that combo and stuff yet. I may have I mean, you may have to ask that question and stuff again. Let me look at what I have this coming up week, and then see if I can give you a better answer and stuff. Then after I look at it, but I'll take a look at it and see. Enjoy your channel and appreciate your expertise. Appreciate that, King Camel. Appreciate that. All right, Mike Luan, 50% if the time when I use a mic stand, they take the mic off the stand and do the speech at the same spot that the mic stand. Wait. So what you're saying is you get all those people who, those, what are they called? Like, they're not hams. There's something, but they want to be that cool person. So instead of just coming up and saying the speech, they're like, okay, so let me tell you, they take it right off the microphone. I didn't even think about that. Oh man, I don't know what we're gonna do with people and stuff this year. I'm gonna try some different stuff to get people to talk into the mic. I don't know. I don't get it. I guess everybody just thinks it's just easy. He's got a microphone, he can say it. And then you got your screamers in the microphone. It's like, Jesus, I got to turn you all the way down. Then you got your singers in the microphone. Oh, Kelly can sing. Why don't you come sing? And those people, they damn near swallow the microphone. It's like, they singing and it's all over the mic. It's just a nightmare waiting to happen. All right, Lord Gio, I stopped doing clubs last year. They want you there for 5 to 6 hours and pay you. See, guys, look. Let me add this to the broadcast. I want everybody that does clubs and stuff to ask me why I don't do clubs to read that statement. That statement right there is exactly, this one right here. That is exactly why I don't do clubs. Exactly why. Now, Lord Gio is if I'm not mistaken, you're in the New York area, right, Gio? I think you're in the New York area. Now, he's way up in New York, and I'm way down here in South Carolina, but it's funny because everything's still the same. I think clubs now are just mainly for clout. I think that, if you want to get your numbers and stuff up, you get into a club, like, some club promoters won't even pull you in if you don't have numbers. But it's like to increase your clout and all that stuff. I'm not in all that stuff, man. Look, if I put out something, if I perform to something and you are, you feel like it resonates with you, then by all means hit the subscribe button. I can't do no different than that. By all means, just hit the subscribe button. If what I'm doing makes sense and stuff to you and you want to hear me do more of it, hit the subscribe button. That's it. I mean, I'm not going to beg for clout and stuff, and that's what a lot of these DJs who are in the club, I mean, because if you're not some big name DJ and request somebody who can request the door or half of the door, nobody's really gonna pay you that much, and they're gonna want a lot of your time, and they're gonna want you to do way more. So always crazy. Magic Mike in the house. I talked to Mike and stuff this week. Like I said earlier in the broadcast, I talked to him, and we're gonna have to get him on the show because you guys actually got to meet him. And he told me this is not really his thing to be able to jump on here and do this, man. But I told him, man, it's like I'm literally talking to a camera right now. Even though you're out there on the other side, I'm talking to a camera. Mike, this is easy. Guess what? It'll be me right here, and then this half right here over will be you. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. I'm putting all this business out on blast. Mike says, I always give a pep talk and tell them the do's and don'ts. Okay, now let me tell you about that, Mike. So when you do that, they forget everything when the speech starts. They forget everything when the speech starts. Like as soon as you tell them that, you're like, yeah, okay, I got it. As soon as you give them the microphone, you're like, all right. As soon as I turn down the music, you're a go. You're live. As soon as you turn down the music, everything you just said, they forgotten. They have no idea. They're not going to do anything you just told them to. Look, I'll give you a prime example. I did a wedding and stuff one time. And I did the same thing. I was like, okay, so what you want to do is the crowd is going to, be able to hear you the closer you hold the mic up. So, as soon as I turn down the music, just get that mic up there real good so everybody can hear you, say hello, clear your throat, whatever you have to do. And she was like, okay, got it, good. I was like, now, what you don't want to do is hold it way down here because I can't hear you. Or put the thing to the side. Or tap on it. Don't tap on the mic. Please don't tap on the mic. And she was like, oh, okay, cool. So I go behind the board. And I'm ready to turn it down. She's looking all nervous. She's like, oh, let me make sure I got my drink in my hand. She gets a drink and everything, and she's ready. She gives me the head nod. Cool. I turn it down. Here's her. Excuse me. Hey, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you, man, it's just like a brain fart, man. It's nuts. People never do that. They never do that. I tell dads and stuff all the time, don't hold the mic down. Don't hold it like this. What do they do every time they're looking at their paper? Mic is down on by their side, all the way down, pointing down. Feedback right from and then he looks back at me like it's my fault. Dude, I've got some stories. Man, I got stories, man. I could literally sit on here and tell you guys some horrific stories from some weddings and stuff like that. I'm not going to do that, though, because some of those couples might be watching. All right. Ultimate Entertainment. Get shoot for. Oh, you mean shot? Okay, get shot for 300 at a club for 5 hours or a wedding for 1,000 in 4 hours. Simple math to me. Yeah, it does make total sense. It does make total sense. I mean, I'm just saying, guys. I mean, I don't think there's anybody that's in this room right now that's listening to my voice and watching this chat who does not agree with the fact that being a club DJ is not all what it's cracked up to be right now. It's just not it. It's not it. I'm sorry. It's just not it. Going in there to showcase some talent or just spend with some guys, have some fun, nothing wrong with that. But being a regular, no thank you. No thank you. All right, I'll answer one more question and stuff before we go ahead and get out of here for the evening. I really appreciate you guys coming through and stuff this evening. The chit chat, this one's been great, man. While I'm waiting on that last question, let me just tell you that next week I have got a special guest for you guys. Man, you're not going to want to miss this one. We've got another guest. He has agreed to hop on and talk and stuff, man. And this is one of those ones where, I was a fan of his and found out that he was a fan of mine, which is kind of crazy to think about. But, he's a humble guy. He's amazing at what he does. And I am going to try to get a video clip of him doing his thing so I can make sure I have it and stuff ready to go But you do not want to miss next week, 7 p.m. EST. We'll probably chop it up for about an hour. I'll be advertising on Instagram all week long next week. So make sure that you come back and check him out. I'm not going to tell you who it is because if you don't follow me on social media, then you'll just have to see who it is next week. I'll advertise and stuff on YouTube and social media, but if you don't follow me over there, you won't know. You just have to come back. But this guy has a lot of wisdom. He's been DJing for quite some time. Really, really humble guy, really good dude. And I just can't wait to do some interesting stuff with him. So it'll be a great show and stuff next week. All right, looks like the last question is gonna come from my man DJ Lord Geo. He asks, "How many gigs did I do last year?" I think when I tallied everything up, it was like right about 50. It was like 50, I think. Um, I think it was 50. Yeah, and now one thing I'll tell you, and this is I don't know how this works out. Honeybook gave me my yearly, overlook and just kind of told me how much my bookings were for the entire year, and I must have been doing something right because I did more gigs last year. I think I did 54, 56 last year. I did 50 this year, and I made like 7,000 more dollars this year than I did last year, and did less gigs. So I must be moving in the right direction somehow. I don't know. You know, this year is shaping up to be a great profitable year, and I've got some interesting, days open. Like I've got 5 gigs in April. I mean, in February, and 2 weekends still open. I just wrap your head around that. Like that's different. I don't have stuff like that, and especially for it being in February. I think that's really cool and stuff like that. So we've got some travel gigs and stuff this year. We're gonna be traveling to Tennessee. We're gonna be traveling to Georgia. I almost booked one in Seattle, which would have been nuts. She actually from visited from Seattle to somebody else's wedding. Heard me spin, loved it, and wanted to make sure that she wanted to give me the opportunity to come play out there. But when I sent her the quote, she said that the quote was it was out of pocket. But I mean, I had to give her a big quote. I mean, that's cross country, that's flight, and I had to rent somebody's equipment over there. So she had to get a pretty good sized quote in order for me to come out there and do it. But I would have done it. I would have done it. So we'll see. We'll see. Maybe she'll call me back. It's not until like September or something like that. But yeah, next month we'll be traveling to I think it's Charleston. I think I got a Charleston. Like I'll be going this way in the state, and the following week I'll be going that way in the state, and then I'll be going up north and back down. So I got a lot of traveling and stuff to do this year. I'm looking forward to it. A lot of great gigs, a lot of great music that I've been downloading and stuff lately in my downtime. I am just, arming myself for the war that's about to come at hand. So I hope that you guys are able to do so too. Hopefully that you guys will find some gems and stuff out there. Because one thing I would like to do on here is I would like to have like a section that highlights that. If you found some new music or found something like that, I would love to have a section where we all could tap into and be able to download it and stuff like that. I mean, I've had thoughts like that, so I don't know how I can do that, but I want stuff like that to be available just because I just like helping out as much as I can. So I appreciate you guys coming out and always checking me out and sticking with me and stuff. Gig logs and stuff on the way, man. Like I said, I just dropped one recently. Go check it out. Spread the word. Share it. And I'll have some more and stuff to come as soon as I can. Thank you guys. And, we're going to go ahead and close it out here. Next week, special guest. Don't want to miss that, as well as this weekend. If you have a gig, man, make sure that you absolutely kill that gig, because I am totally pumped to stem it out. Mike, you're going to see it, man. I'm going to give you the works. We're going to stem it out and stuff at this upcoming wedding. It's going to be a blast, man. Can't wait to talk about that. And always make sure that you're living to strive, not to survive. We'll see you guys again next week. Peace.